What's up, everyone? My name is JoshTGS. Welcome to another 2b2tPE video on a player's history. This is the Untold tale of Poplop201. Now, I'll be saying his story in first person. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and all that much more good stuff. Let's get right into it. I joined May 2nd. On my first day, I TP'd out to 1 million and started a small melon farm. On my third day, I spied on Zach22 while he was duping, and Best Stroller gave me my first god set and 2 strollers. I spent hours duping hundreds of sets. I made a small base and invited many other new people like myself to join the base and get them started. Once my group became 20 plus people, it was grief. We moved around a bit until we found a new spot. It was there where I met Exponent, Airblake Flair, Darren, Damian Hayes, and Mr. Logic. Airblake made the base look beautiful. It grew to be a legit base and to be a significant size. It was there where Nova was created and led by me, Exponent, and Damian Hayes. The base was griefed by a stupid decision on my side to invite a random guy named Galaxy IO. Because our name was Nova, I thought it would be cool. We were left without a home for a bit until we settled at a hilltop. It was a fresh base when it was griefed by Charged UV and Powerbow Hacker. These griefers became my first enemies on the server. I was mad at Charged UV for a decent amount of time until eventually we made up. For several weeks nothing would happen, until I founded Ukraine. It was meant to be Nova's gem and our tribute to what we were. It was a fantastic base and in all ways successful. It had a large active player base and amazing builds. Later on, the base was griefed when Mr. Logic thought for some reason I griefed some random base and hired Green Gucci to grief it. I was all mad at the time. I killed Logic and blew up Ukraine myself, so nobody could say that they did it or get the satisfaction of doing it. Green later apologized and Logic quit for a long time. After Ukraine, I took a long break from the base and building, and Nova dissipated. I started collecting illegals around the time Sauron, Charging UV, and Primus were trading and giving illegals to me. This would grow to be the largest illegal collection on the server, second to the player What the Scar. During this period of tranquility, I built up huge vaults and made many alliances and friendships, until Powerbow Hacker decided that he would try to take over the server. I was bored for a long time of peace and quiet building. After a while, I trash-talked about Powerbow and edged on his ego and crazy behavior. He created his team called Mafia to take over the server. I created a counter team called the Resistance. Our team stood no chance against Powerbow and his super team of OGs and middle-scale players. It was mostly created out of boredom, but we did succeed being a thorn in Powerbow's side, and the Resistance symbol would later evolve into Vespid. After this phase, I became good friends with Big Walrus and Sauron Gaming, and I TP'd all 3 of their beautiful mega community bases. They're incredible. Soon after that, at one of the ruins of Sauron's builds, I saw my first tie on 2bPE, 0, YT, and YT, Yen, Io, and many others up until this point. I had never won a 1v1 or volunteered to do one on 2b. This time I killed over 23 tie at the city, and these became my first kills on the server. I continued my rampage on the tie from griefing the city, and I founded the anti-tie movement on 2bPE. In total, I griefed 16 tie bases and killed 237 tie. It only died once at a base raid. I later became friends with the tie and started to support them. This was sort of my PvP awakening. I went on to be a PvP master, going on a 56 win streak, beating people like Charging UV, Powerbow, Turk, Committee, Zach22, It's Freezy, Sauron, Baked, Derp, and Big Walrus Exponent, many Blazer, and also many others. During this time, Bayat founded Termina, and a group sprung up of many people I was allied to, and has accepted into Builder's Renegade right as it was griefed by It's Freezy. During this time, I had IRL issues, and for some reason I took it out in-game. I terminated most of all my friendships except with Sauron and Luki, who helped me on my rampage. I killed many of those who were formerly friends and developed an insane rivalry with Dank Doge. Me and Luki killed 30 to 40 people, and most allies turned against me, even Sauron for a bit. Bayat, Surface Nevada, and Others completely hated me in chat, and I was declared a KOS, and everyone in Builders Renegade suspected me of TPing Powerbow hacker into the base who griefed it, which I did not, and I was kicked out. This was probably my darkest moment on the server. Lost with almost no friends and allies, Primus Odin helped pick me up. She TP'd me to personal bases, and we grew a really tight trust. I began to rebuild connections to previous allies, starting with Bayet and eventually Dank Doge. In this rebuilding process, I founded Nova 2. The group Nova 2 was created to be a team of people with talents who wanted to join together and help each other gain power. The original members became Bragg Pencil, Elon Muskrat, Luke, Poppy Java, Wrecked Rabbit, and Bayat. This began the golden days, so to speak, on 2b2tPE. My illegal collection soared, and I acquired many illegals that I had been working on for months, and many that I didn't even know existed. I created a Nova kit and duped many items, and created 7 more vaults. Nova now began to expand to about 10 to 15 people, and with that I founded the Nova Mega Vault with Q Dog. After this, there is a whole ban shuffle controversy going on the server, which I'll get into another video, but let's go back to the story for right now. Okay. This was actually my second megavolt on the server. I had constructed one with a massive museum and 5 stories for all members of Termina and the basemates of Australia 2. A while earlier, before my rampage, this new vault used stacked items created by Elon. It involved hoppers to give all the members quick access to virtually unlimited items, over 200,000 sets of armor, and all tools. We also created Nova 2's first base. This base was still on its first day of building when it was griefed by its Freezy and Powerful hacker, but you can see the beauty already in just the framework of the base. And Nova started to drastically expand to 20 to 30 members after another failed base griefed due to Mr. Logic being a betraying bastard who leeches on people and begs for forgiveness, only to lick the cords in exchange for respect that he does not receive. Committee, Powerbow, and Turk gained access to the base and blew it up, as well as the Megavolt. For a few days, it was a recovery period with rumors of a dupe patch being just around the corner. Nova went under some serious changes. We created a good Discord, and Turk helped our team gain organization, and we added loyalty levels to Nova, and finally changed our name and colors to, and the name of the base or group was Vespid Imperium. We began 2 new bases which stand today, a member base and a trusted member base. I made a new Vespid kit based off wasp names with many unique aspects, and this was my favorite kit I had ever made. An hour before the dupe, I did thousands of Swiss Army pop boxes and kits I made that had everything you could ever need in it, utilizing a nested shulk glitch, stacked armor, and Vespid kits. Farther down the line, Vespid runs into big conflict with GOD, Guild of Destruction, and their actions against Vespid are dire. Now, that's the end of Poplop's story and where he stands today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. Please make sure to subscribe with notifications and like the video. Thank you, Poplop, for letting me share your story. See you guys next time. Bye!